No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Verstappen, George Russell and Hamilton, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Baker and Valtteri Bottas, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Guan Yu Zhou and Mick Schumacher, Magnussen, Gasly, Alex Albon and Sebastian Vettel, Stroll and Nicholas Latifi. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. So here we are in 2022 at the start of another Formula One World Championship. It all begins here, the start of the next generation of Formula One. With the end of the second turbocharged era, a new dawn begins. New regulations have been brought in to promote better racing, with the 2 big standout changes being the wheel size increase and the aerodynamics on the car itself. But will this result in us having a repeat fight for the Driver Championship? Will Mercedes retain their Constructors' title? We have lots to discuss then with Anthony Davidson, who's joined me in the commentary box for today's event.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Let's hope for some good racing today as well. We can't know at this point how competitive the teams are relative to each other, but hopefully nobody's able to run and hide. We want to see these drivers pushing to the limit all the way to the checkered flag.
All right, here we go. F1 2022. New season, new cars. Much tougher to drive than last year. And we're giving it a shot. Here we go. We're going to try to do it this way for a while and announce the race ourselves. Because when I'm driving, sometimes when I'm driving, I just don't have, just can't concentrate. Even just doing the recording and watching, it's hard to concentrate. But this is called the formation lap. It's a new thing in F1 2022. Oh, by the way, we're doing my career. This is the first race, Bahrain Grand Prix. And the formation lap is to try to get your tires warm. So here we are trying to get our tires warm. I just pulled up the tire menu in the game, and as you can see, the tires are blue, so they're pretty cold. Trying to get some tire warmth, trying to get some brake warmth. I really still haven't figured out how to do it. So we're 9th on the grid. We got Bottas and Ricciardo behind us, Alonso and Norris in front of us. We're hoping for a P5. You know, we're P9. We're hoping to get in the top 5. A podium would be unbelievable. I don't think I have the pace to get a podium. There would have to be some real problems at the front of the pack for me to get a podium. And the AI's not the same. They make some mistakes, but they don't make that many mistakes. I don't know. We're gonna try. See how it goes. So starting to get those back tires are starting to get green. Front tires are getting a little green, but they'll probably cool off. And this is a new thing this year. We got to get on the grid, and you can have a good job of getting on, or a mediocre job, or a bad job. If it's purple, it's good. And here we are pulling up orange purple, so really good setup. Also this year I did some practice races, and the AI is a lot faster than last year, and they have much better grip coming out of the corners. So we're going to try to just keep pace, you know, fight them off. Lights out, here we go. got a pretty good start, but I noticed Bartez is starting to come inside. He's moving pretty fast. And there he goes right by us. Ricardo goes right by us. We decide to take the outside. We're making some room on the outside. We're going to squeeze out Alonso and Bartez, and we end up making P8. We picked up a spot. Going into T4, turn 4. Our next target's Hamilton. Into the S's, 5, 6, turn 7. Down the hill into turn 8. Get on the gas. You can see Hamilton's faster than us. And here's turn 9, and the toughest turn on the track, turn 10. I lose a little bit of traction there. You can see the front end wobble. Still just trying to maintain pace and get those tires warm. I'm not using any battery yet. As you can see, my overtake is at 96%. Because I don't feel it's good to use it early because my tires aren't warm. So as soon as they start warming up, like right now, I start using it a little. Try to gain a little bit on Hamilton. There we go, we close the gap. Maybe use a little more here. Hit the button. A little late. Gotta get better at hitting that button earlier. Coming into turn 1, we make a move on Hamilton on the inside. And we get the job done. We squeeze Hamilton enough where he's going to lose some time. And you can see he's dropping back 7 tenths. We end up squeezing him enough where we get a good exit, and he can't get a good exit. Norris is our next target. We're closing in on him. Coming into the S's. Usually I like to make a move down this hill, but I'm just not close enough. Pretty good out of that corner. You can see how they have just so much better traction. Turn 9, turn 10. And there he goes. See, he just pulls away from me. I got to use my battery just to try to stay close. Still hanging in there on Norris's tail. Hamilton behind us by quite a bit now. We're almost a second up. Alonso's falling back. Get a pretty good exit there. Decide to use a little battery on Norris. Close the gap and get a little bump of the curb, and it unsettles the car a little. So we gotta wait for the car to settle before we get on. We end up using some ERS. Can't really tell when Norris is going there. He went out then in. So really tough for me to tell what the hell to do there. The AI, it doesn't really pick a line. It kind of swerves back and forth, which, I'm not sure is exactly legal in F1, but here we come down the S's again. The S's are a lot of fun on this track. Get to turn 8. Turn 8's tricky. Low speed corners are tricky. You can lose the back end so easily when you get back on the throttle. Turn 9, we're okay. Turn 10, we overshoot turn 10, get on the gas, and we loop it in turn 10. We don't loop it completely. We managed to save it. But we end up dropping 2 spots back to P9 where we started. Well, now we got work to do. So we got to get our elbows out and let that go and dig in. Coming down the corner into, I believe it's turn 13. And we line up and we got Alonso pretty good there. So we can just use some battery and blow by him. We use the overtake button. Hit the brakes. Make a good exit, and we've got the job done. Alonso's 4-3. He's trying to make a move back on us, but we use the battery to get that gap. You could tell he was getting on the battery there to try to get us back. But by making that, by using that battery to get some space, I end up with only 23% of my battery left, and I overshoot the first turn. So really tough breakthrough. But drive a really good turn 4. End up on Hamilton's rear end. And I'm trying to think, should I make a move? Yeah, I think I'm going to go for it on this downhill. Nope, can't get it done. Just can't, not close enough. So I'm trying to get close enough to make a move. I got nothing. Because he keeps pulling away from me on the straights. I make a really good exit there. But again, look at him pull away. Can't make anything. I use the battery. I'm closing in. I'm thinking of going under now, but I decide better of it. It's going to be a good battle, so I figure I got to set him up somewhere. And I'm thinking the long straight coming up. I'm trying to make a good exit here. Get on the battery right away. And yeah, I got a really good exit. I'm on the battery. I'm going to the outside. He's on the inside. He ends up locking him out. Hamilton makes a major mistake and I go by on the inside. So now Hamilton lost the second there, and Alonso ended up, my teammate ended up gaining the spot there. So Hamilton really made a big mistake there. He's trying to come back on Alonso, as you can see, but he didn't quite make it. So now we have our sights set on Norris in 6th place. So making our way through the pack. Gradually. The right way. You have to respect the AI. You have to respect these other cars, or they'll fight you for every spot. Patience is the key. You have to look at them, see where they're slow, make a move. Coming into turn 9, and we overshoot turn 10 again. Have to really slow the car down. Turn 10's giving us a lot of problems on these soft tires. As you can see, everybody around us started on softs. If you look at the top left, where the names are, you'll see all the S's with the red. That's soft tires. So we're trying to make up for that really bad turn 10. We only have 16% of our battery, which isn't good. But maybe we can get close to Doris before we get to the mediums and have a chance at them after.
Okay, we're boxing this lap and give it the best in lap you can.
Lap time 133.07. Not a bad lap time. I think the leaders are doing 132s. We have no assist on. We're just driving with no assist, the hardest level of the game. The difficulty, I think I have it on 90%. I'm just not good enough to do 100%. So I got it pretty close though. Last year, I was doing it last year on 80%. And the game's harder this year, so I am getting better.
Okay, be aware, the grip level.
So we're trying to get close to Norris here. We're fighting. See if we can get this. Oh, we overshoot it again. Turn 10 is just killing us. We're just coming in too hot. We're locking them up and going right by the apex. Turn 10 has been a beast for us. Coming into turn 13, which is always a good turn here. Yeah, we always do good 13. 14, 15 is pretty good for us, although I tend to lose the back end sometimes coming out of 14 here. Just get on a little too hard, and I catch curb there, which slows me down, unsettles the car, and here we come into the pits. New in this game, you have to hit the button to turn in at the right time, and we're purple turning in, so we get the best possible pit time. Now, I thought we were going to get held up because there was a car coming, but we ended up getting by him. I don't think it hurt us too much. Exiting pits, we got to make a good exit. Got to get the car slowed down because you can go right by this first turn. It's tough. Got to stay in that white line. Just make it. Almost went out of the white line. Make the first turn. Make the second turn. Make the third turn. Pretty good. For me, that's a good pit exit. Here comes turn 4. Make a pretty good 4 turn. Really good 4 turn. We're on the medium tires now. Everybody's switching to the mediums. You see now we're in P15. Which is not a big problem because you still got a lot of cars that have to pit. But I'm trying to get the tires warmed up, but I notice when I'm racing, I'm getting better grip for some reason. I'm doing better on the mediums. I didn't miss turn 10. I'm doing better on the mediums than I did on the softs. Usually the softs are better. So maybe my tire strategy wasn't that good. Maybe I should have went mediums than hards, or hards than mediums. I don't know. A lot of strategy in that one.
Fernando's in the pits.
So we're looking, we got Leclerc in front of us, Stroll in front of us. But a lot of these guys got a pit, so we're going to probably jump up in 15th. Let's see where we are after we cross the start finish. We'll look up 14th, 11th, 10th. Norris comes out in front of us, and I decide to get behind him, which is a mistake. I should have went around the outside because he's really slow going into turn 2 and 3. So I decide I'm going to try to make a move on Norris and really get this done. And I do. I make a really strong move on turn 4. The move sticks. That was risky, but we made it stick. Come down to turn 8. Really good turn for us. On these mediums, I'm noticing I'm actually feeling so much better on the mediums. Look at that. We hit our apex, but we almost loop it again. You managed to save it. That turn 10 has been really difficult for us. Coming to turn 11, 12. 13 is really strong. Good exit on 13. Thought we might have an off track there, but managed to keep it within the lines. There's 14, there's 15, and I think that's Stroll going in. And now we're P7. So we're back to where we were. We get P6 and 5 in front of us, Russell and Leclerc. Got like 5 laps left to the race, and we're P7. So now I'm looking at it and saying, holy cow, I got a chance at P5 if these guys stop battling. They're 2 seconds up. But if they can stop battling, I got a real chance to make some headway. So I'm watching out for that. I make a mistake there. But I caught it, correct it, make a good turn there, almost lose it again. That back is really squirrely, coming out of those slow corners. Got a great exit there. And I'm looking forward to Russell and Leclerc. They're over 2 seconds up. Leclerc is 2.5, Russell's 2. I'm saying, man, I hope they catch and start scrapping. It looks like Russell is starting to catch it. So we're keeping an eye on that as we're trying to make our apexes. And there goes Russell. He must be using his batteries, closing in. He's 2.2, 2.3 there side by side. That's going to allow us to make up some ground. So now I'm within 2 seconds of Leclerc. And they end up getting back on the straight, but they're still scrapping. Look at them, they're side by side. It should allow us to hang in there. They keep fighting and fighting. And I'm just praying they keep fighting until I can close this gap. Well, still trying to hit apexes. I'm watching that battle up in front.
5 laps of fuel left.
Going into turn 8. You notice I'm within 2 seconds of Russell again. So if they can scrap down the straightaway, I might be able to close. Oh, there they go. They scrapped into the corner. And now I'm 1.3, 1.4 with Russell. I get 18% of my battery left. I'm trying to figure out when should I use that 20%. It's 20% now. I don't know when to use it. I figure I'm trying to save it. So if I can get close, I can use it to pass. 1.4 seconds. And they go side by side again. And it looks like Leclerc is pushing Russell to the inside. That really slows him down. Slows both of them down within 1 second of Leclerc. So I decided to use a little bit of my battery on that straight.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.2
I'm under 10%. And neither one of them has a blinking red light. So a blinking red light means you're under 10% on your battery or the overtake. But if I get within 1 second, I'm in DRS range, and that will help give me some extra power. Here I go. I'm 1.4. I'm saying, geez, let me get to that DRS line. I got one coming up. Here we go. We gotta make a good exit here so we can hit this. We're 8, 9. Here we go. 9, 6, 9, 7. Oh, 1 second. I think we just made the DRS line. Here we go. We're within 8, 9 tenths. I should say 9 100ths. Here we go. Getting within 5 now, half a second. They're scrapping again and pushing each other over. That's going to allow us to get right up on them. With only a few laps left, we're right on. I decide, should I use the battery? Yeah, why not take a shot? And Russell pushes us almost off the track. But we're going to get in right behind Leclerc. And Russell takes a dive at Leclerc. They both slow way down. We're right on their rear. Here we go. We can manage to get under Leclerc. We bump wheels right there. But I think I can get him in turn 4. Can I get them both? No, but I get Leclerc, and then I push him wide. So he loses a little bit coming out of that corner. You can see he's dropping back 4, almost a half a second. And I'm right on Russell. I'm trying to stay on Russell, trying not to make any mistakes. I would love to have that P4. If I get P4 from P9, that's a great day. It's going to mean some good points for our team in the Constructors' Cup. Right on Russell, but we end up pulling up a little bit, a little late getting on the throttle. And Russell just opens the gap again of a half a second. Another good getting in there. There goes Russell, he's on throttle. I think he's using the battery. We don't have any battery left. So we're just going to have to outdrive him. You can see him just take off. He's got over 10% of his battery because his light ain't pointing. If his red light was pointing, we'd know that he was low too. I got 8%, 7%. I used a little bit there to try to close, and I closed, but I bumped him. And there he goes. He's out of sight. He's 7, 8, almost 9 100ths in front of me. Now I gotta fight all over again with only 1 lap, 2 laps left. Getting through BS's, we get through them good. Gonna try to make up some ground going down this hill. We do really well down this hill usually. Into turn 8. Again, he just takes He's 9, 10, but we're still within DRS. We got 15% battery. We hit the DRS line. We're trying to use our battery. You can see the battery go down 6%. But I made up some time, almost to a half a second. Get the battery back up to 9. I'm really trying to use that battery smart. Coming into the turn, we're closing in again. We got 10% of our battery, 9%. We decide to use just a little bit to try to close the gap because we usually make a good exit here. Catch a little curb, gotta wait for the car to settle. Here we are coming into the last lap. Last lap.
Final lap of the race.
We're less than a half a second behind. Can we get P4? Oh, he way over slows going into number 1. We close in. We're within 3 now. 3 100s. 2 100s. 2.6. We're closing in. We can make a pretty good move on the S's. Are we going to have room to pass him here? We're going to try. We're thinking of making a move, and we dive bomb him. And then we may force him wide. He tries to come back on the other side. He's right near us now. He decides to go to the outside. Look at him. And he spins. He spins. And he loses the place. Leclerc is behind us now. He lost the place. He tried to get back on that hard turn number 10, which is the hardest turn. He should have stayed on us and tried to get us either here or the next turn. Big mistake. And here we go, going down the straight, final straight to the corner, till the final, till the start finish line. We make a good exit, and we know we got P4 now. Here we go. It was a tremendous, tremendous surprise to be P4. I am super happy about that finish. We win the driver of the day.
Smiling faces on the pit wall then after that.
Now for the celebration for the winners.
So, a brilliant effort from the
Ferrari ends up P1. Carlos Sainz. And then Verstappen.
How did they manage to achieve this win?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out
I
of
don't
the
know
track
if
was.
Verstappen was in
Speed.
second or
I know
third.
it sounds
We'll
like an
find
awfully
out when we see
inductive
the
statement,
final
but fast cars win
results.
races, and we saw that today with our winner.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger
There's
to the
Carlos
podium,
Sainz
taking their place on
taking
top
the green.
once again. A sublime race
Leclerc
today,
ended up in
and a
5th
stunning
behind
win
us,
for Ferrari.
his teammate. And I'm still curious to see where my teammate finished. Big celebration for the winners. See both the Red Bull drivers up there.
Let's have a look
Excuse
then
me,
at the
here we
driver's
go.
standings. Well,
So
after an
Sergio
incredible day of
Perez, then
racing, who
Verstappen,
was your
then
driver
Baker,
of the
that's
day,
me.
Ant?
I have to give
Charles
to Baker.
Leclerc,
He did a
Lando
great job of
Norris,
getting the most out
Fernando
of their
Alonso,
tyres
my
without
teammate,
losing
was
pace,
7th.
something that's a very
So we
handy skill
pick
to
up
have in modern day Formula
18
One.
points
It's
for
time
the
to check out
construction
the
cup.
constructors' standings.
Constructors
Ferrari
Cup,
take the lead
that's
at the top of the
excellent.
table.
Better than
Well,
I ever
what an
thought
end
we'd
to
do.
another fantastic weekend
We
of
ended up
racing.
beating
Thanks to
McLaren.
everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
There's a lot of teams we did better than. Mercedes had a really tough day. And if you liked it, please like and subscribe and ring the bell for future notifications. And I'll see you next time.